My home flooded this week, and I want to share with you the three biggest things that allowed me to survive it. I think you can hear that loud sound of the dryers in the basement. Those have to run 3 more days. I'm so happy to see you today. Thank you so much for coming and stopping by today and checking in on me and Desi. So many of you know that I had a little mini catastrophe here last Sunday. My home flooded, and the basement was affected by about 2.5 feet of water. And it took out my boiler, my water heater, my washer dryer, all my Christmas decorations that I've collected over the years. I could go on and on and on. So many sentimental things that I lost, so many beautiful things that I lost, but they're only things. But the city insurance is going to cover almost everything. They will replace everything that I lost in the flood, and they sent ServPro over here. You know, those commercials, just like it never happened, Randy. Well, that's kind of what it's like. There's a little bit more to what happened and how you have to recover from it than just pretending that it never happened. One thing that when you have a backup like that from the city and you have untreated water in your basement, you have to have that chemically treated. It has to be steamed and it has to be dried. And this goes on for days and days. So with me not having any hot water or any heat and going through the noise of those drying machines in the basement has been an amazing challenge. It's like there's an airplane in your basement 24/7. I put up a video, and I always love to read the comments in real time and answer, and sometimes I stay up until the wee hours of the morning on Sunday answering your comments and enjoying our give and take. And so I had no idea my basement was flooding while I was still awake on Saturday night into Sunday morning. And what tipped me off that something was wrong was that the boiler wasn't keeping the house warm. And so I actually turned the boiler off. I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe the boiler just needs a rest because it was a cold Michigan night. And then I went in to do my skincare, you know how I do, and there was no hot water. So I thought, oh boy, the boiler isn't working right and there's no hot water. I better check the basement. Why? I don't know. I just thought I should check the basement. So I grabbed Desi, not thinking, really that we were going to find anything. And we opened up the door. Okay, I opened up the door. then I looked down the stairs and I saw a river. A river. I really don't know how deep that water was, but it would have been over my knees. And I swear, I flash back to, like, the movie The Titanic with the waves and the chairs floating. I mean, Christmas ornaments were floating by. My basket that was full of my laundry was floating by. They were like waves. And I mean, the panic that just flooded me. I could immediately feel my heart beating. Your home is your safe place. You don't expect to feel like you're on a ship that's taking on water. I didn't know what to do. I called 911. They sent out the city. Well, not the whole city. They sent out the person that is in charge of city water to shut my water off because they thought I had a burst pipe. And I saw the young woman that was out there getting ready to turn my water off. And I said, and I don't even know why I said this, I said, before you do that, can you look in my basement? Because this just isn't right. And the water is still gushing in. And she opened up the door, and halfway down she gasped. And she said, oh my God. And she called her supervisor and her boss, and she said, Houston, we have a problem. She was so kind and so wonderful. It would be 5 more hours before they could stop what was happening in my home. She assured me their insurance would cover everything, that everything would be just like it never happened. And in the meantime, she gave me a hug. She hooked me up with all the information I needed to bring to the city so everything could be covered. The woman that I'm working with at the city, when I walked in, now, this is Monday morning. I am upset. No shower, no makeup. And I sit down, I meet this young lady that is assigned to my case. And she says, you look so familiar to me. Are you on YouTube? I just wanted to die. I just wanted to fall right through the floor. It's like, oh my goodness, because you feel so vulnerable and so exposed anyway. She couldn't have been nicer. She said, I just love your show. And it was so sweet. Every single person that I have come in contact with, I'm talking family, friends, neighbors, the wonderful lady at the city that's coordinating everything, and that wonderful young girl from the city, all of them, just the kindness is what amazes me. The efficiency of trying to get me back up and running in my home has been very, very impressive and heartwarming. Truly heartwarming. This is a wonderful country, and it's full of wonderful people. Oh my goodness, the water has gone down. This is my new washer dryer and my clothes. Three things that truly helped me so much survive this flood. And just to say once again, I still have my electricity. So if that fits your situation, this video might be for you. But I lost the ability to heat my home, and I'm not going to have heat again for at least another 5 days. But I'm able to stay in my home because I have one of those little fireplace heaters in every room. So I can heat my house. I can keep my house at 70 degrees, even though it's only 28 degrees now outside. So my $120, I think it was $175 investment years ago in a little fireplace heater, well, it has paid dividends. I'm going to link my very favorite brand below. They are not loud. They are not expensive to run. And they can save your life. But it is only 29 degrees out. We have not had heat. This is day 5. So my house right now, though, is about 68. And I have 2 heating sources. I have that little fireplace here in the living room. And then I have the other fireplace in my bedroom. And that is keeping my house right around 69, 70 degrees. Isn't that amazing? Amber candles. Candles like this. This is sweet tonka and amber, or amber and tobacco. Anything that is such a porous aroma is going to absolutely almost like eat anything that's in the air that might make you ill. I really have not been able to sit down and eat a meal since this happened. But I'm starting to relax, and the candles, the amber candles, have helped me so much. It's funny because instinctually, I don't want anything sweet. I don't want to smell rose. I don't want to smell anything like that. I need something, amber, something woodsy, something that just feels earthy. I don't know how to describe this, but if you're going to buy some beautiful candles that are going to, a lot of people spend $20, $30 on one candle. If you're going to do that, why not buy some that are amber and tobacco, or whatever you would want the amber with? But why not buy that type of candle? So if you're ever faced with any type of water damage or flooding, that just something as simple as this particular candle that will help you so much, it's worth every penny. Gail said she never saw a rug float before. I don't know where to even start. I lost all my Christmas ornaments. It's funny how that seems to bother me more than anything. Even though one of my heaters can keep the house at right around 65 to 70 degrees, even when it's 30 degrees outside, the house is still chilly. It's not like having a furnace. It's not like having a boiler. It's cold. It's cold. The house feels cold. Even though in that one room, you're okay because you've got your heater. But it still can be chilly. So for you and your pets, your cat or your dog, to have an electric blanket in the living room or maybe in your bedroom. I have one in the bedroom and one in the living room. And without that, I just, as I have gotten older, my circulation isn't that great. It can be July and 80 degrees and I'm cold. So I can't even imagine what it would have been like without electric blankets. I'm a little tired. I'm a little weary. I still can't believe last week I did a video on anxiety. Oh my gosh. And I'm coping and I'm doing okay. It's always going to be a challenge that no matter what you face, you just have to pray, go with the flow. And as long as you're moving in the right direction, when you have those bouts of like, oh my gosh, how is this going to work? I don't get it. Because as you get older, you're wise enough. You know that, when you have to change this here, then, well, it's like the ripple effect, right? And you feel overwhelmed. And what has helped me so much is honestly knowing that I'm moving in the right direction. Your love and support has meant the world to me, along with my family and my neighbors. So there's so many components that go into surviving a little mini tragedy in your home. And instead of turning on my home and saying, well, this isn't for me, I think I'll move or anything like that. It's like I felt protective of my little beautiful home. There's nothing that happened that was my home's fault or my fault. This was a problem with the city. I have put things in motion with my personal plumber where this can never happen to me again. But with that said, when I read that line on the truck of ServPro, like it never even happened. Yeah. Well, in our hearts and in our minds and the emotions that we feel, and that's never going to be possible, is it? Nothing in life that we get over is going to be like nothing ever happened. We carry that with us. I'll always remember that Sunday morning and feeling like my home, my life had been invaded by intruders. And every time I ever felt that way in my life, it comes back. And that's something, a little extra bonus that you deal with, that everything is very, very connected. But as long as there's love and there's hope and there's people that are helping you along the way, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. And that's what's helped me so much. Absolutely. So that phrase, like nothing ever happened. It's okay. It's okay to admit, yeah, something happened and it was really bad. And I not only survived it, but I learned so many lessons about myself and other people. Hey everybody, thank you so much for being here tonight. This has just been the bright spot for me and Desi all week that we get to be here and talk to you. We love you so much and thank you so much for your kindness. We're going to get through this, no doubt about it. We're going to get through this tonight. We're going to go over to my son's house and he's going to cook us supper and Desi gets to go and it's going to be okay. We just keep moving in the right direction, don't we? Please have yourself a wonderful, happy, brand new week. And when you're done with your week, you come back and see me and Desi, okay? All right. It's a deal. We'll be here. Yes, we will.